Leave. Xander, walk away. We are live. Walk away. Rachel, come and get Xander. You are touching too many things here now. Hmm? Hmm? Rich, come for Xander.
Hi, Debbie.
Hi, Debbie. Xander, walk away. Say hi. Say hi. Xander, say hi. Can't see him say.
That's his hi.
That's his hi. Okay, hi. But look to you have to look at the screen. Who you saying hi to? Who you saying hi to? Say hi. Say hi. But you gotta go soon.
Say hi.
No.
Say hi.
Say hi already. Say hi. Right. Hi. 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 Hi, everybody. Hi. But you gotta go now. Yeah. Welcome to YouTube Live. Welcome to YouTube Live. Yeah. Welcome to YouTube Live. Welcome to YouTube Live.
Yeah. So wild with it.
You know? Listen, welcome to YouTube Live. Welcome to YouTube Live. All right, go on now. Rachel, slow down with the spices. You're gonna make my sinus start to drain. Hi, Debbie. Who else is? Hi, Lenny. Sham, Spence, Maxwell. Hi, thank you for joining us. Hi, Zoe. Lorna is back. She says hi to Xander.
Hi, Wayne.
Hi, Hope. Nice to be in the house today. Thank you so much for joining us. I know today is a busy Sunday. Same thing here. As a matter of fact, Rachel just started dinner. What to tell you? Back in the day, my mother would have this pot by 12 o'clock, Serious.
I know a friend was telling me that her mom makes Sunday dinner by 12.
Yeah.
Everyone has to eat by 2 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it. You can't trouble her kitchen after that.
No, everything wash up and pack up and whatever. So, yeah, my mother would have had this pot by 12. Rachel Xander run all over. And I tell her, you still have to do your duties, You don't even know Xander is here. You still have to do your work.
Yeah, but she's doing it a little bit slower.
Way slower. She spent 2 hours with Xander tucked in her side sleeping. I said, put the kid in his crib or his playpen.
Yeah, but she needed the rest too.
I guess that's the excuse, right? All right, everybody.
Devon says, happy pre-Valentine's Day. Yes, happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. It's tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Tomorrow is Valentine's Day. So I actually dropped into Fontana and saw this holy parade Valentine stuff. And then I said, hold on. I should have buy myself a present, man.
So, did you get anything?
I got the things for my bathroom. So I decided my bathroom was done up in gray and white. It has like no color, no pop of color. So I decided what goes well with gray, and I said pink. So I decided, I looked, and luckily I found a fabric shower curtain that was so beautiful. It was pink, white, and gray.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. Found these pink baskets. Perfect. And I also bought some bed linen in pink, gray, white, and some curtains. I had a gray already. So I just bought some pink curtains to go with it, And so I need the pop of color. So I'm actually going after a gray, pink, and yellow. Tony tells me white doesn't count. So I'm going after gray, pink, and yellow. So that's what I'm going after. So I know I have the pink, I have the gray,
but not
so
really.
I need to find a pop of yellow somewhere. Maybe the towel, I can maybe put yellow towels.
So are you going
yellow
like your shirt, or more like gold tones?
I'm not so sure yet. I have to decide when I see the pink against the yellow, something.
Okay.
Then I'll decide. If I don't go with the pink, so the pink is a kind of red, right? Which is a toned down red, pink. So they say you must go with
it's like a baby pink, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So there are, yeah, like primary colors. What are they again? Red, blue, and yellow. All right. So if I'm going with that, and I put in the gray tones, so I'm going with pink, red, and yellow, but toned down pink. So maybe I should go with toned down yellow, which, you know, and I could throw in a gold pillar too to just make it look really luxurious, guys.
Okay.
So listen now, if you don't have nobody for buying no happy Valentine present, they wanna say happy Valentine. Ladies, buy yourself your own present. Don't sit down wait for nobody for buying a present. Gentlemen, the same thing. Buy yourself your own gift. I started doing that years ago, literally years ago. I started buying my own gift on my birthday. That's what I started doing. So it got to the point where I'm scrambling. I'm saying, I'm not buying a piece of land yet for my birthday. I'm scramble for find something because January come, I'm scramble. No, I'm not scrambling. Actually, I was scrambling to get the Benz, but I never make it, but I soon make it. Yes, I never quite make it. And you know, maybe it's because I changed what the gift was. Maybe I was saying it's a piece of land I want for the gift. I would have gotten the land, right?
Maybe. But you can still buy the Benz for next birthday or next Valentine.
That too far, you crazy?
That's too far.
Want it? No, that's too way too far. So ladies, gentlemen, buy yourself your own gift. Send it all to your office. I did that 1 year too. Send the gift. So go out, order yourself 20 roses if that's what you want. Carnations, whatever you want. You want a perfume basket. You want a teddy bear. Call up the store. We have who is online. You have Shields and Shields. Shields and Shields is online. Go on the website. Order yourself your own basket. Say from me to me. Yeah. From me to me. From Claudia Davis to Claudia Davis with love. Send it to yourself. Best feeling ever. All right.
Meryl says true.
Yes, Meryl. Send yourself your own gift. All right. So thank you so much for joining. I'm Claudia Davis.
And I'm Tony and Dietrich.
And we're all about real estate. So we do real estate sales, remember everybody. So those of you who have a property you want sold, you can call me up and sell it for you. Those of you looking for property, you call Tony Ann. Although she have her hands full here now. Whole heap of people want property to buy, but don't have no whole heap of money.
Well, yeah, that's usually the issue.
Yeah, and the prices are like, shoot, the prices are shoot. I'm trying to remember a time when the prices shot like that. It was in the 90s. Just after I bought my house. It was a depression. Nobody never had to buy the house. Developer had to beg the people to come buy the Fairview Park house. And then by 92, 93, boom, price inflation went. And then the prices just skyrocket. Also happened in the was it the 90s? We had 2004. So between 2004 and 2008, we had the same thing with the Cash Plus OLint. When Cash Plus was running, everybody had get 10% on their money. Then the prices start to shoot again.
Because what, those things crashed?
No, because people are getting 10% on their money, so them say them have money. So them start to want to buy this whole heap of real estate, and then of course it all came tumbling down. And then the prices dipped. But I found that the person at the lower end didn't feel it. It's the person at the upper end who felt it. Right? Give yourself the gift. So Lorna says she believed that too. Give yourself the gift. Yes, give yourself the gift. Love yourself first. All right. Who was I listening to? Was it Oprah Winfrey? Trying to remember. I listen to so many of them every day now, guys. I'm listening to these gurus every day now. Oprah Winfrey, Les Brown, Zig Ziglar, Steve Harvey, you name it. When I'm walking around, I have my headset on and I'm just meandering around my community. I think it was her who said, you got to fill up your cup first. If you don't fill up your cup first, you can't give nobody nothing. Right? So if you look at this cup here, you say, is it half empty? You can't see it now because it's a stainless steel. But is it half empty? Or is it half full? If your cup not get to your son or run over, you not have nothing for nobody. Therefore, it's important that you fill up your cup first with love, with honesty, with everything when you know good. Fill it up first. Love yourself. Nobody not going to love you like how you love you. All right. And you find that when you start to love yourself first, you make better decisions, right? Nobody can come with no rubbish and tell you, oh, you know some ever school fee for pay. You can't let me $200,000 now. Like you have 200,000 put all away on them for go. Let me 200,000.
Some people actually think you do.
Yeah, let me 200,000 now, and how do I get back my money? How? Your cup, you must have 200,000 overflow and that shred. I see. Why you can't take up the 200 and give them. But as long as your cup still half full, don't reach your set of flowing over, you really don't have anything to give, right? So focus on yourself. Focus on getting your cup, as Oprah Winfrey says, getting your cup full up here, and overflowing. Pull it up. One of the things that I realized that propelled me was when I stopped feeling sorry for myself.
You used to feel sorry for yourself?
Yeah. One time, my father threw me out and all of that. You know, I remember that kind of too little.
Oh.
But I ain't never born it anyway when him throw me out. But and you feel sorry for yourself when the nights come. The nights are the killers. You know, the day when you move up and down and you're kind of busy, it not hit you. But you see, when night come, I guess night comes, depression comes at night too. Oh, my daughter is making some pumpkin soup with some spice, and man, it draining my sinus, guys. But I guess when she finishes, it will taste good. So, it's in the night that the depression comes, the loneliness hit and this hit, which is why I used to spend a lot of time in the clubs. Because when the music are blaring in your ears, the clubs and the dance and those things, when the music are blaring in your ears, you don't have no time to think about nothing. You just a dance and you have fun and, you know,
right,
kind of thing. You will, as them say at Jamaica, you will a vibe. So just, that's usually when it comes down, you know. So if you find yourself like that too, in the night is when it's hitting you. You need to get yourself active in the night. So either you're like me hit the clubs, but them run me out of the club them now. Them run me out of the club. I'd rather fact them lock me out of the club them. Guess them so home them back, right? So you have to find something to do. So either you listen to the motivational speakers, or what else can you do? You read a book. So there's so many books I've been talking about.
Work on a hobby.
Work on a hobby. Yeah, something that make yourself busy. And really, that's even how I got into construction. Make yourself just so busy that you don't even remember the word depression. You don't even remember, say, things bad or whatever. Just make yourself busy. Find some other people for go help do things. Make yourself busy. So Monica says she missed last week.
Oh, someone was asking if we had an office in England.
England? No, sir. Last time I went to England was in 1987.
I've never been.
And I would never go back.
Why? Is that bad?
No, sir.
I think England has changed since 1987.
No country no change for me. All of them are the same. Cold and dreary. Only Jamaica. Only Jamaica. I remember I went to Canada. And my girlfriend took us to the club. I was like, this is a club? All of the women were dance by themselves. All of the men they were dance. Well, Jamaican clubs tend to sometimes be like that now. And they couldn't even dance. I was like, them people that can't dance. Them need to come in one Jamaican club and see people dance.
Maybe you're just in the wrong club.
And the man who was mixing couldn't mix. If you've spent a lot of time in the clubs and the dances like me, you kind of know when a DJ having game going. So if you grew up with people like Kappa Shot and Stone Love and them people like Squeeze when he had this thing going, Renaissance, them man they can't spin. Hit after hit, you know them no lose stride. You don't lose your stride. You must tired and come out of the dance floor. But not because them draft you a boring song. You understand what I'm
True.
saying? Yeah, man. So my kids are not. I introduced my kids to the club, but them really not. Them not like go out like that. If them go to the club, it's me and them normally.
I think Richard likes going.
Rachel likes going to the club, but now she tied up with Xander. She can't go to the club. But I introduced my kids to the club. And Tony can actually dance, or Rachel can't dance, but she actually loves going to the club. You know. But ladies and gentlemen, full up your cup first, right? New housing development in Discovery Bay, the Azures, luxury apartments due to complete 2023. Oh, I don't know that one. How much is it? Azures.
We know it.
Discovery Bay.
Discovery Bay. Yes. Didn't we
Azures.
pass it?
Where?
Isn't it at the corner of what's that scheme we were in when you went up to look for the lots, the big lots? And we saw this apartment complex building on the corner. I can't remember what scheme we were in.
Discovery Bay?
Or it's Runaway Bay we were at that time.
I don't remember.
Maybe it's not it. There's so many developments going
I know.
up.
I've been stalking Discovery Bay because Camelot is going up. That's what we're doing. Camelot, but I don't even know the area well. I'm only now discovering Discovery Bay. I kid you that, guys. I used to stop at Runaway Bay and then turn back head to OTR, run up and down that little stretch there.
Mm-hmm.
But Camelot has Gora, they have forced me to go beyond Runaway Bay. Mm-hmm. So even on Friday, I drove past Prairie, drove past Salem, and continued on to Discovery Bay. Stalking the Camelot. So
what's beyond Discovery Bay?
That if I tell you, I don't know. You should be hitting Trelawney.
Trelawney.
Yeah,
okay.
You should be hitting Trelawney, I think. Duncan's, I think. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. But Discovery Bay though, I've been looking around. They need a good supermarket for one. Mm-hmm. Those of you who are into investments. So I've been looking around. So because of the Camelot development is going up, how much 100 houses going there? Mm-hmm.
That should liven the area.
Yes.
Like what happened to Draxall,
right?
With the Chemtech houses.
Yes. So I've been scouting the area, looking around for different lots to see what kind of commercial activities not there or is there now. They have big hardware already, guys. So don't get into that. Enough competition with hardware. Notice though, they don't seem to have a good supermarket. But then the land, where's the land? That is my challenge. I've been hunting around for that, right? Mm-hmm. So the nearest supermarket to them is going to be in Draxall, actually.
Draxall? There's none in Salem?
A big supermarket coming in Draxall.
Or Runaway Bay? There's no supermarkets there?
Runaway Bay? I don't see anything that looked like a supermarket in Runaway Bay.
Oh.
Priory would be the nearest one at Richmond, which is the country store. And then that's not a big supermarket, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But there is room for, I think Camelot going there, putting up over 500-600 houses for sure will make a difference. Those persons are going to need services. So those of you who in this business, that's an area that you can now look at. I'm actually looking.
You don't own a supermarket.
I'm not so sure yet. I don't want to run a supermarket. You know, me a land baron. Me don't own the land and rent the supermarket, man. So that's something that's there, right? Don't worry, I might call on someone to come invest with me if me find it. If I find it. Because there was actually a land at Runaway Bay that could have done that, but it's sold now. So yeah. But then, see, when you don't know something, Camelot wasn't there yet. Saw this couple years ago, I said to myself, Claudia, wait, look there now, Camelot come now, I never do this. You see, guys, I tell you, you have to see the thing before it happens. You have to see it before it happens.
Oh, hi, Birdie.
Birdie?
Yeah.
Where you see that?
Kaje Watson Ebanks. Birdie. Good evening to Claudia and Tony. Birdie, I am listening. Welcome, Birdie.
Hi, Birdie. All right, what's his Safi saying?
She got her letter of undertaking. I finally got my letter of undertaking issued.
Good.
What happens now in terms of registration and transfer? What else do I have to do, or can I just relax?
You can't relax, my dear. Once a bank issued an undertaking, there's no drawing back. because this undertaking is like cash now from the bank. And them don't give those undertakings lightly. So a bank don't usually withdraw undertaking, right? So you can relax.
But not really. You still
house
have
is
to
yours.
follow up the vendor attorney.
You don't have to do nothing.
Make sure that they move in. Unless you're buying into like a new development.
You're buying into a new development, sit
then
and
you
wait.
can just relax.
Yeah. Even if you're buying a resale, you don't have anything else to do. It's a vendor's attorney who has to do what she has to do now.
Yeah, but you don't want anybody dragging their feet.
Why not?
But
Suppose it is in Safi's interest for somebody to drag them feet. Sometimes it is. As you know, we have bought places. It is in our interest for you to drag your feet because we busy and trying to get to can together. So it is in our interest for this lawyer to sit on the agreement, sit on the bank, to sit on the agreement, sit on everything. That's in our interest. If it drag 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, and give me a next month to collect some cons, right? So it might be in Safi's interest. I don't know. Safi, is it in your interest for them to drag their feet? But you can't, Safi, I know the feeling, and to take it from somebody who has gone through the whole ringer with loans in these banks, right? You get to the point where you do submit the application. First of all, you're totally stressed just handing in this application. The amount of paper for sign, the amount of little nitty-gritty rubbish that them ask for.
It's not rubbish. It's things that they need to determine how good you are to get this loan.
But what is, listen to me. Worse if you have a history with a bank.
Mm-hmm.
If you have a history with a bank, them should just run it down to give you the loan. Mm. If you have gotten a loan from a bank before, you have paid off this loan, and you've gotten more than one and paid it off, them shouldn't have a problem giving you a loan.
Yeah, but it's not good. Just because you're good in 1980 doesn't mean you're good in 2000.
Yeah, but
you're
just
good in
look at the income now. Look at the income now. Look at the forward income.
I don't know. I feel like the bank should do their checks.
I feel like the bank is discriminating. It's a strong word, but I do feel that.
Discriminated how?
For self-employed, let me tell you everybody, if you're self-employed, the bank is going to look at your last 2 years income and use the lower of the income. So if you in 2020 did 20 million for the year, and in a 2021 you do 30 million for the year, you say, yeah, mom, you can't get a big loan now. Hell no. Bank will look for the income for 20 million.
Might as well.
It's as if them said to themselves, no man, a fluke why I earned 30 million last year, man. You can't earn that again.
I think the bank just wants to be sure.
But they will look at somebody's pay slip and look at the last 3 months. There is none to say that person is going to have a job going 3 months from now. No. What's the guarantee that that person is going to have a job 3 months from now? There is no guarantee. I'm going to face it with the boss and the boss fire him. I seriously believe, though, that the bank is not taking enough risk with self-employed persons. First of all, persons who self-employed are go-getters. These are the people who actually make things happen. They run their own business and they run off of them foot to make it happen, right? So I think the bank is not. The bank is doing self-employed a disservice.
But I don't think the bank is made up of anyone who's self-employed. So they don't understand the mechanism and the motivation behind self-employed persons.
That you say it good, Tony. Yeah, the bank is made up of employed people. Correct. Them not even commissioned or contracted. Them employed, right? So them not have the mindset and they as you said, they don't understand. I agree. But in that regard, I think you if I brought you a pay slip, you want my last 3 months pay slip. So you look at my last 3 months earnings, right? Suppose my earnings 3 months before that was lower. It don't matter. But for the self-employed, you're looking at the year before. So and if it was lower, they're looking at the two last years and I'm using the lowest. The lower.
Yeah, but for employed persons, they do ask them for their job letter, which shows I've been working for 14 years with this company and I have increased earnings over X amount of years. So it does show some history. It shows some history,
but I'm saying tomorrow morning the man can be fired. So I'm getting the loan today and tomorrow I can be fired and don't have a work. What is the guarantee?
Well, if
There is no guarantees. And I'm saying, just like the self-employed, just like the employed, there is no guarantee. All I'm saying is you need to analyze self-employed and employed on an even level. That's what I'm saying.
Well, if a person who owns a business don't want to be self-employed, why don't you just employ yourself to the company, have a monthly pay slip
You
with
would have
deductibles, and then show the bank that?
You would have think so that would have worked, no? It doesn't.
It doesn't.
The minute the bank find out you own the company, them start dig down the company. Now look at it now. So I can employ Tonian, give her a pay slip. I said, okay, go on. Your job letter says she earn X, give her a pay slip that she earn X. She go to the bank and she get a car loan, a house loan, whatever. I'll know the bank. Not look for see if that company where Tony work and make the money.
You sure?
They don't. You think I'm gonna dig up Grace Kennedy all of them company that who come with pay slip? They don't. Because sometimes where the person getting the loan is not even the bank from the bank where that company have their business.
Right.
And the bank can't write over to Scotia. Let us say it's Jane take giving you the loan. The bank can't write to Scotia and say, hey Scotia, is this company profitable?
Why not?
Scotia gonna say confidentiality.
Oh, okay.
Client confidentiality. I can't tell you that. So therefore, I don't think that for self-employed go through the ringer more than employed. That's all I'm saying. And I think in a kind of way the bank it's not, I don't know. As Tony says, there's nobody in the bank who's self-employed, so they don't really understand.
Maxine says it's true. Cold and dreary here. She's probably in England, right?
Yeah,
Maxine?
England, Maxine. I don't know England. I remember when I was in the army. I went to the club. And me, I going to the club, got at the top.
Really?
I kid you not. By dancing. Me going to the club, got at the top. The British girl, them can't dance. Them can't dance. No, the men nor the women can dance. Them can't all a rhythm. That's the truth.
Maybe they have their own sense of rhythm.
No, they don't. They have zero rhythm. Or maybe them don't have a waistline. I don't know. But they can't dance. So, but Tony, you know that you're not going to the club and say English people are dancing. You just realize them can't dance.
Which club have I been in with?
You don't see the white people in clubs.
I don't
when we go to Rio and those places, you're not going to the club.
I didn't go in the club.
Tony not going to the club. But when we're at the hotels and so me, as them done the entertainment, boom, me in the club. They can't dance, guys. They can't dance. All right, it's true. It's cold and dreary. Other question you have. All right, so today actually we're going to look at income and expenditure, or cash flow, as Robert Kiyosaki calls it. True, remember Pastor Christine Pitnefos. That's me talking about take care of yourself first. That's right, Miss Claudia. England now changed them law from before me were born. Long time I don't catch the live. Good to see you both. Thank you. Is that Neela? Nelo? Nelo.
Indian life hard and cold right now. It's rainy and freezing cold.
Turn that fan away from me.
But if England is like that, imagine Canada now.
Sorry, guys. Turn the fan to the left, Tony. All right. What you know about aqueducts at Negril?
Ooh, those are nice. Remember we went and looked at them with Neville?
It's a long time ago, though.
January 2019, I think we went.
Before that month.
No, I think it was January 2019. January, yeah. It's nice.
They're nice. I never
nice.
managed to sell any though, but turn the fan a little to me. But it's right in the town of Negril. That much I remember.
Mm-hmm. You just go like toward back and then up.
Oh, yeah. And so they should be easy to rent for Airbnb. If Negril has that kind of pull for Airbnb, Tony, you still don't get the fan right in.
Which way now?
Left. So what you can do, though, you can go onto Airbnb themselves and do a little research. Just check to see if there are any aqueducts being rented, how much they're being rented for. Look to see. You can see the people have it books, right? Booked, yeah. Right? You can see the reviews. You can know how well the host is doing. That's what you can do. Just go and spy on them on Airbnb. All right, the aqueduct. Yeah, we've been there. Glad to see you, ladies. Hi. Thank you, T. Johnson. Claudius James or Jones. Hi, Claudius. Maurice Brown. Hi, Maurice. How do I recover land title if another member of family T-Fit trying to claim the land? I'm in UK.
Are you thief title?
Is your name on the title? That's the first thing. Is your name on this title? Maurice, your name on the title, that's all you don't say, yes, this is my one. Or is it that it's dead left land? If it's dead left land, what the person will probably try to do is do what's called administration without will. So let us say it's your father, or let us say it's your brother thief the title. What he may do is do administration without will if your father didn't leave any title.
Leave any will.
Leave any will, sorry. If your father never leave any will. So he'll go administration without will, but by right, he should name all the children on it. But probably he doesn't. The court now gonna look behind it. But if that happens, you can always go to court and stop the action.
Or is the case where they've been living on the land and don't want to claim it?
Yeah, or you got a foreigner, remember. Are they living on the land? Are other people living on whom so want TV? Family member. So they have been living on the land, but you probably weren't paying attention. So you never no, it's a family member. Is it a all right, so remember the inheritance, guys.
Maurice needs to tell us a story good though.
Yeah, Maurice. Because remember now, father, mother, pass down to children. Then children pass to their children, their children, their children. Got it? It doesn't pass sideways. So therefore, let us say it's your cousins live on the land, but it's your father property. Your cousin them not have no entitlement to the inheritance. But them can claim under we did that adverse possession. Remember we did that, squatters' rights. Them can claim that they have been living on the land over 12 years. You never ask them for no rent. You never tell them to leave. You never disturb them. So now they're gonna probably try to claim. But guess what? This land already have a title. So the judge are gonna look behind that door. She's gonna say this land have a title, you know, it have an owner. So where are the people who's supposed to inherit this? Where are those people? What you should do if it is your parents' property, you should go and do administration without will. If your parents did not leave a title, I keep saying title. If your parents did not leave a will, you should go and do administration without will. You and your siblings, go and do that. Too many times, the children have gone overseas. In many cases, too, it's the parents who enabled you to go overseas, and then you forgot that mama and daddy is here, right? You also forget that mama and daddy live on a 5-acre parcel or a 1-acre parcel, and you allow the house to go in ruins. Other family members come and see mama and papa in them distress, come in, start take care of mama and papa. And of course, because no money was coming from overseas to compensate them feel entitled to mama and papa place because it's them take care of mama and papa. It's a vicious cycle. Now, are they entitled because they take care of mama and papa? What do you think the judge would have said?
The entitled to some form of compensation, but maybe not the whole property.
Maybe not. Tony and you're the judge. What do you think them entitled to? Some form of compensation.
Yeah, I'd work out the years of service based on the rate that the service is being charged for in the island and then pay that out.
Right. Take charge of your properties, everybody. Those of you overseas, remember your mother and father properties rightfully yours. And the inheritance passed down to you. The only way you get disenfranchised is if mama and papa decides to show you a waste man and them just decide, say, I'm going to leave him a glass of water. Right? I'm going to leave him a bed. If mama and papa write a will, I only leave you the bed in the will and leave your other siblings with the property, you can't contest it.
I know, because you were identified in the will and you were given something in the will.
Right. The only way you can contest it is if you are not given something in the will. So if you are not given something in the will, and mama and papa leave the property to the other siblings, and you never get nothing, not even a glass of water, then you can contest it. But if mama and papa leave just a bed for you or a glass of water for you, you can't contest it because the judge is going to say, well, that was her wishes for you only to get the bed. All right. Take charge. Again, as I've said, the wealth is in the land, everybody. Don't run and leave it. The wealth is in the land. You're going to allow other nationalities to come here, take charge of these lands. That is where the wealth is. While you work and work and work and work and I try buy back the same land where your mother and father did don't work for already. Now that makes sense. Oh, it makes sense. It don't make sense. And it don't matter where you are in the world. I said to my children, no matter where you are in the world, you need to take charge of your inheritance. Take charge of your legacy. You take charge because you have a generation behind you that's coming, that's relying on you to take charge and to make sure that it stays in your family, just like the queens and kings of this world. Them take charge and make sure that things stay in their family so that their generations behind them will always be supported, always, right?
Kendrick says, hi, I creep in class with a backbench.
So, Maurice, tell us a story about how you get by the title. You need to, I need to hear the story. Okay, you can also report the title lost and ask a new title, but it don't make sense to title out there. You can also probably lodge a caveat on the title, but you have to have an interest in it. So you have to be, as I said, the son or the person owe you money, and you lodge a caveat on them title, so them owe you money, so them can't sell the property until them deal with you, right? St. Thomas a good place to invest in. Anywhere in Jamaica.
You missed the first question.
What's
Happy
the question?
Sunday, ladies. Looking forward to the book lesson course session. Have you set a date and time yet? Please remember the UK folks, not late, please.
Oh, I should. Well, maybe I can just tell them now.
Yeah.
So this week is the last week we'll have YouTube live like this. So we'll have YouTube live for 1 hour. So from 3 to 4, we'll have YouTube live. We'll answer your questions 3 to 4. Then we jump into the book club 4 to 5. Those of you who want to be a part of the book club, you have the job form set up?
Yeah.
You will register with this link that Tony gonna put in there. Funny, somebody should ask me now about it. I tell you, my great mind's thinking, and it just popped in my head, and the creator just popped it in my head. I said, Claudia, start the book club. People out there waiting. Tony, it just popped in my head since I was sitting here preparing for the session. So we will have YouTube live 3 to 4. Then after that, we close YouTube live and we jump into our book club. So anybody who registers with the link, yes, you will get the link and you will be admitted to the book club and you will be given the link to the books that we're going to be studying. Join the book club, guys. If you don't have time to read like myself here these days, but I do try and read. And the thing is, when you're doing things as a group, you tend to learn more, understand more, and you dedicate the hour to do it.
Right.
More than you trying to do it on your own. You find that, man, it's the worst thing ever.
Not the worst thing, but it's very hard.
It's very hard. Like right now, I'm trying to write this course, and I tell you, Claudia, you have to go sit on that library, man. It's an hour. Just like when I'm studying.
Or sitting in a course about writing a course.
Or sitting in a course about writing a course. See? When I'm studying, I go to the library and I sit and I dedicate the time to the studies. Mm-hmm. It looks like that's what I'm gonna have to do. Today I was thinking it. I said, oh hell, I have to go in the library.
Those are still open.
Mm-hmm. I don't even know. But yeah, persons in Jamaica who rely on the library. It's the only source of what's the word I'm looking for? Socialization.
T. Johnson says, "Hey, it's Stephanie. I want to come on your live too. Tell my journey that you bring me through." Oh yeah,
Hey,
nice.
Stephanie. You can probably come on next week.
Yeah, Stephanie, just send us a WhatsApp 876-292-6776 and I will set it up for next week.
Yeah. Yes, Stephanie. Send just WhatsApp us and we set it up. So you come on next week. So everybody, you can look forward to that. Stephanie is gonna tell her story. London to Jamaica. What do you know about this?
St. Catherine Estate application.
What's that? St. Catherine Estate.
The Housing Agency of Jamaica Development.
Oh, the only thing I know is that they chose 50 persons or whatever number it was.
50.
I think that's what I heard. They chose some persons though already.
Okay.
So if you weren't called, you weren't chosen. They had thousands of applications, literally, guys. I can imagine, right? A lot of persons at that price point. So it's very, very competitive. But what I tell persons is buy your own piece of land. Buy a piece of land and build.
Mm-hmm.
Now the lands are 2.5. It's difficult to find land at that price now. Our budget is normally read somewhere in March. Just maybe the government of Jamaica might raise the benefit that you get, because they normally do raise a benefit every so often, right? They didn't raise it last year. I don't think they raised it the year before either.
But does it help though? Because I mean, when they raise it, prices goes up.
It helps who can move fast and who was prepared. So in other words, if you're in the market looking for a property and you're prepared and you're ready, you have a deposit and everything, it's going to help you. Because right away, boom, you can now just qualify for a property that normally you would have been struggling.
Right.
But those of you who are not ready and who not just buy a house 1 year, 2 years from now, dog them is supper. Because the price is going to go up. Yeah. And we're in inflationary.
But you know, I do remember last time when the budget read. We were in real estate. And the minute the budget read, like we had like 10 hours of properties selling. And like the minute the budget read, within that month, the properties were sold.
Yeah.
That's how fast they went.
That's how fast. So when he raises that benefit, it helps persons like us. We're in the space. But we know that if we're going to buy any property, you must buy that in the lull, the time when that NHT benefit don't move. Because if it moves, if it moves now in this year, trust me, everything shoot. You have to be in contract already and can just run with the close the contract and get out, right? If you wait, you're gonna be in some, because the prices are actually moving.
T. Johnson, I'm self-employed and currently purchasing in JA from the US. Is life insurance absolutely necessary to maintain a mortgage in Jamaica?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And it works in your favor.
Mm-hmm.
Works in your family's favor, I should say. Because if anything happens to you, they get a property free and clear.
Doesn't work in your favor.
Don't work in your favor. But it works in your family's favor.
Especially if you have young children.
Yeah, especially. I understand in the US that the insurance is not a must. So a lot of persons get stuck when their mom and dad pass away and them can't pay for the property, them run them out of the house. That don't happen in Jamaica though. The insurance is a must and it is attached. It is attached to the mortgage. It is attached to the money that the mortgage. So let's say a mortgage is 100, the insurance portion of that might be 10,000. So when you're paying the mortgage, you're actually paying the insurance as well. What some companies do is that they pay the insurance in advance and then you pay it monthly back in your monthly mortgage, which is good. I think that's a good system Jamaica have. Really, really good. A whole heap of people with an outer door. Trust me.
Nat wants to know, hi ladies, where's the best place in St. Anne for a returning person to buy land to build a house? If nothing in St. Anne, can you make any suggestions? Thanks. That would be Draxall.
The best place was Draxall, Nat.
All right, and in Vista Del Mar when they have the resales.
Vista Del Mar, Draxall Estate,
You can try Napa Heights too.
Napa Heights. We have one in Napa Heights now. 12 million sloping lot. But St. Anne, that little circle right there. So you have Draxall Estate. You have Draxall Hills or Hills of Draxall. You have Vista Del Mar. You have Napa Heights. You have Miami Bay Estates too. But all of them places you need how much? Over 100,000.
Well, not for Napa Heights.
12 million for Napa Heights.
You need 12. You need under 20 million for Napa Heights. Just depends on where in the scheme you are.
But you need 20 million for Draxall Estate.
Yeah, so Miami Bay, Vista Del Mar, all of those you need some more money to get into.
Maybe not 20 million yet for Vista Del Mar.
But those lots are smaller, half the size.
Something making my sinus drain. Sorry everybody, but something is making my sinuses drain.
You're not having a headache with it though?
No, just running. So it is 20 million or over. Hills of Draxall. I was so begging persons to buy those in the middle of the COVID.
Not only that, I don't think a single house is there yet, but the price of it is just.
Oh my God. Houses are there building now, but they don't finish. But that Hills of Draxall is gonna be like a Beverly Hills and those places, right? And they have the views. So if you can't get you can't get one of those now. It would have to be a resale. Would have to be a resale, or you hold on until the other phases come later down in the year or early next year. But I don't like telling persons to wait on a development unless the development has already has been approved, and like developer is just waiting to maybe start the construction, because you will see other things. So what you do, you're looking out for Draxall Estate. You're also looking out for Hills of Draxall resale. And you're looking out for Vista Del Mar resale. I don't know if we have any now. Tony can always check it. Well, you can always WhatsApp us and we can check. I know we don't have anything in Hills of Draxall. Those persons just got their
I can
titles.
find something in Draxall Estate over 20 million.
Over 20
it's
million.
about 22 or 23 million for it. Half acre lot.
All right. So you can WhatsApp Tony on that. Let her know your budget. But as a returning resident, though, you could also consider just buying a house. So the houses are 300,000 up. We're talking about Fairway, which is sold out. We're talking about Richmond. We're talking about Lakeside View Park. We're talking about Ocho Country Club. Suppose you can pick up maybe a country club under 30 million. Don't have any 2 bedrooms left?
No, those are finished. The only thing that's left is a 2-story 3-bed.
For how much?
45 million, 45, I want to say, 45. On the top of my head.
All right, so the same 300,000 US. Or you can try for a Camelot down a Discovery Bay. Might get lucky.
Sophia for Christ is here. Hi, Sophia.
Yeah, you made it. Hi, Sophia. Sophia, we love today. Today, I am looking at what Proverbs says about spending money.
T. Johnson. Also, what are your thoughts on the viability of Airbnb in Ocean Point development? And have you all made it out to the West Style near Little London yet?
I didn't make it to West Style. Matter of fact, it was close to a board house I was selling. It's around the corner, actually.
Did you like it?
It's not on the main. I have to turn off. That was my one little drawback.
Okay, so hated the turn off, loved the house?
Love the house, but hated the turn off.
Was the road bad, the turn off?
Not necessarily, no. No, it wasn't. It was a good road.
Okay, what about the environs?
That's why I never liked to turn off. If it was on the main, I would have said, yeah, maybe. So you turn off for some schemes, So like Camelot, Discovery Bay, actually turn off. But it's a good turn off.
Okay. You almost turn off on a main.
On a main. Yeah, because this is a main going to Brownstone, right? So it's like you're on a main, just the same. Actually, when I went to Isle, I did go down, looking at some other lands too. But I said no. No.
You don't think it would make good Airbnb?
Little London. What is in Little London? I'm not so sure. Is it that tourist area?
I don't know.
Maybe if it was Negril, North Coast, even South Coast, Treasure Beach and them place. I don't know about Little London. Again, check the Airbnb website, see who is renting in Little London and what's going on. Just check the website. The nearest place to it would be South. I don't know. South seems like a very busy town. Always busy. When I used to go with my father, we used to sell in the market. It was always busy.
That's the town we were in the other day?
Yeah, South. It's busy. That's where we saw the tractor that we're looking at. South is busy. I mean, if you're a business owner in South, you're doing well. But I don't know about...
To get my geography right, if I leave Little London, am I heading to Negril?
You can head to the grill, but you have to go the next way. We went to South. Why am I not even on geography down there so good? But it's close to the grill. So, it's close to the grill.
So will you buy West Isle over Ocean Point, or buy Ocean Point over West Isle?
I would buy Ocean Point over West Isle, because Ocean Point is only half hour from the airport, from Montego Bay Airport. Ocean Point is also on the main. Ocean Point, you not drive through nothing to get to Ocean Point.
Okay.
You're on the main, and you literally, matter of fact, if you're saying you're buying somewhere to live, you're overseas, you buy somewhere to live in Jamaica, Ocean Point is half hour. Whereas at Draxal or Ocho, as you're talking about 1 hour. Sometimes an hour and a half, depending on how you drive, to get from the airport to get back. So yeah, I would have bought Ocean Point over Isle. Business owners may buy Isle, those who already live in South and those places.
Okay.
Would buy it. What just jump up?
I think that's the dancing for white people.
Them just jump up, yes, Maxi. Airbnb in Ocean Point development, and have you made it out to West Isle? Check the Airbnbs for the Ocean Point. People just getting them houses and stuff since late last year. But you can check the Ocean Point is a good front development. In other words, it have the presence. It's on the main, have the presence. It's across from a beautiful hotel. What's its name again? Somebody tell me. Palladium. The Grand Palladium. I first learned about the Grand Palladium. I went there to meet a client, actually, all the way from Kingston. She was trying to buy a Coral Springs, which was again by Gore. And when they were in Trelawney, I could have swear I saw a Coral Springs house, a 3-bed selling for 55 million. I almost dropped out of my chair. I think I saw one 55 million.
How much chance a retiree have to get a loan? How much chance?
0. If you're retired, the loans here go to age 70. It's a guard. If you're already retired, you have to that loan have to be in your child's name. One of your children work. Right? You put in a deposit and whatever cash need to be, but the loan would be in the child's name. Your name can be on it too. But it's just that them not looking at you. You can show your income as a retiree and all of that. But it's probably better if them get it, because them get less, them get more time to pay. So it's less per month. You're right, Claudia. I'm British and can't dance to save my life. Yeah, I can't dance. You don't have the rhythm, right? Jamaicans have an inborn rhythm in us.
Because we grew up hearing so much music.
Yeah, when I was in Johnson, there was a system right beside me.
How much songs Xander has heard and he's just one?
Yeah, just music surrounds us, you know. As a matter of fact, Xander is a Bob Marley fan. He loves Three Little Birds. He's a Bob Marley fan.
And that's the one he really loves, you know.
Yeah, he loves that one. I guess that one, when I first met him in the hospital when he was 2 days old, that was a song I sang when I took him up. He was fussing in the little cot, and I took him up and I started to sing it. Xander, don't worry, you know, about a thing. I started singing that song. I guess that's why he for some reason he remembers the song.
Oh.
And we keep singing it throughout his 1 year life here now. So he's hooked on the Bob Marley.
Stephanie said, thanks for helping me to get my home.
Yes, Stephanie, thanks. Yes, so you will tell the people next week how that went. Yeah, they are renting. Who is renting?
Not sure.
Thanks for the advice, that's Nilo. No problem, Nilo. So for Christ. The adverse possession is serious business. This is why folks need to control their inheritance. Even if you're overseas, build on the land, rent it out, and get a property management company. So true, you have to do some work. Some of the proverbs I'm going to talk about speaks about that. Cannot be lazy, guys. You have to do the work, right? I think we weren't schooled as Jamaicans in the fact that the wealth is in the land. We unfortunately we weren't.
We were schooled that wealth is in the education.
Yeah, in our school system, I'm telling you, go to school, get a good education, come back out, get a good work. That is the whole throughout the whole perpetuate throughout the whole entire school system. Your mother tell you, your father tell you, teacher tell you, boy, you have to make sure you pass the exam or you can't get a good work. All of that. So nobody realized that them father, them grew up on a land. Them father owned 20 acres. As far as them yeah, you can't see them papa land. But them fathers sell the cow, sell the goat them to send them come a big university at Kingston. Mm-hmm. When them come at Kingston, I skin catch a fire. Or even worse, send them go a foreign. Skin catch a fire. Them start to work and guess what? Them a work for money, I work for money, I work for money. I still don't want a piece of land. Eh? What I tell you?
Bless you.
Thanks. So, because nobody told you or taught you that the real wealth is in the land, which is why the kings and queens send out armies to fight. Mm-hmm. What is it?
Save you.
Sorry, everybody. Sorry. Sinuses are draining. But I'm gonna try and power through this for you. What is the war now between what them warring for? Russia and Ukraine. You have a grip on it? Oh no, I don't even know.
Was it land? They want Ukraine?
Somebody tell me what them what them positioning to go to war about.
Let's ask Google.
The Russian leader says no, we're not worried. We're just trying to set up a what? Training exercise.
Why is Russia fighting with the Ukraine?
So I guess history will tell us. And Google read it. Mm-hmm. What did they say?
Currently, the two countries are in a state of war. The Russia-Ukrainian war began in 2014 following the Russian annexation of the Crimea from Ukraine. After the Soviet Union's collapse in 1991, the successors state bilateral relationships have undergone periods of tight tensions and outright hostility.
So what's the fight about? Is that land? Is that a land?
Not sure.
I just saw it jump in my feed, but I'm not sure. Annexation of Crimea from Ukraine. So what we need to ask, what is Crimea? Is that a town?
Not sure.
The Russian annexation of Crimea. Hold on. So this is what you need for. So see what this means.
Or
annexation of Crimea. What does that mean? Somebody in the audience tell us. I don't usually listen to news or watch TV, but this feed just jumped up in my thing today. Something about planes now not going.
After World War II, the western part of Ukraine merged with the Ukrainian Soviet Socialist Republic, thus making the whole country, rather than only the eastern part of it, a part of the Soviet Union. Ukraine regained its independence in 1991 following the dissolution of the Soviet Union. I guess they're trying to claim back what's theirs.
I'm still confused. Somebody put it in a nutshell, tell me.
What started the conflict? The crisis began on the 21st of November 2013 when the then president Viktor Yanukovych suspended preparations for the implementation of an association agreement with the European Union. The decision sparked mass protests from proponents of the agreement.
I still don't know what they're fighting. Silence is draining. I still don't know what they're fighting.
Nobody knows why people went to war.
What I'm fighting.
Okay, here's something. In February and March 2014, Russia invaded and subsequently annexed the Crimean Peninsula of Ukraine. Oh, okay. This event took place in the aftermath of the revolution of
of dignity,
and is part of the wider Russia-Ukrainian conflict. Oh, so they captured
Russia capture is a piece of land then.
Yeah.
Peninsula. Search this. Annexation of Crimea. What is it? So it's a piece of land. Them fighting over.
Ah, there we go. Oh, so this was part of Ukraine, and then Russia took this part. Oh, so if they have this now, they can just get a step hole into Ukraine. Yeah.
Put this on the screen, Tony.
What?
That. Now I get it. All right. So, sister, people go for war for land. So if people go for war for land, what I tell you, the most important. Well, the most in the land. Look how the place, the two countries, they're big, and them still a war about land. Type in the annexation of whatever. Oh, see there, it's a good one here. It's a good one here.
Share screen.
So that's what the war is about. So Crimea is not a country by itself. That is like somebody fighting over Port Royal Peninsula right now.
I mean, it don't even touch Russia.
All right, everybody. So this is what them fighting. Oh. So what is in this part of the place where they want it? Crimea. So Russia actually has to jump on a boat or a ship to get there.
Mm-hmm.
So does it look like Ukraine?
No, it's attached to Ukraine right here.
Right there. Oh, but look how these two countries are massive countries. So we're gonna fight over. There I tell you, there you go. So guys, if you must fight over nothing is land. Well, not really, not like that. But what does it tell you, eh?
Mm-hmm.
So them fight. Wars have been built. So that's the point I'm trying to make. So Sophia for Christ says adverse possession is serious business. So people coming over and take over your land is serious business. So that is like them go to war for your land, you know. Them come sit us. What them do? Them invade the land. So that's what Russia doing now. Invading the land, take it over and say for them. So that's what people do with the land. Them invade it, sit down on it, and below span it and do all kind of things. I said, this is mine. When you come now for look, you can't ever go up on the land, them run you off. Mm-hmm. Right? So this is why you need to control your inheritance. Even if you're overseas, build on the land, rent it out, and get a property management company. Yes, over for Christ. You said it very well. London to Jamaica. Miss Claudia, can you please help me get a home in Jamaica? Please, in need of your help. Or London to Jamaica, send me a WhatsApp.
Garth Plummer.
You can buy a house in Jamaica, not difficult. At 300,000 US, where you find a good house in Canada, England, America for 300,000 US? In a gated community with swimming pool and all of that.
Yeah, but I think London, Jamaica has a smaller budget than that.
You don't know the budget, but I'm not talking about. So Xander's thrown a toy down here because he wants to come down the stairs. That's what he does. Yeah. So you don't know the budget, but what I'm saying, overall, all right, Ocean Point. Ocean Point sold at 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Where you gonna get the equivalent property with swimming pool, lawn tennis court, gym, and all of that?
Gated
2 bedroom, 2 bathroom, gated community, security, stand up at the gate and I walk up and down. Where? Put it in perspective, guys. So if you cannot buy where you are, in the UK, Canada, England, wherever else, China, Japan,
Buy where you're from.
buy where you're from. I love that too. You can't buy where you are, buy where you're from. Tony, you're a motto that, you know.
That's
Just-
my motto.
Yeah, you see, you just get a motto, you lick it. If you cannot buy where you are, buy where you're from. Everybody repeat that. If you cannot buy where you are, buy where you're from. Perfect, Tony. That is how great speeches are made. So we'll make her write it down.
Mhm.
You cannot buy where you are.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Buy where you're from.
Buy where you're from.
Okay, guard says need a lawyer that can administer for a land without will.
Richard's putting a link. We're sending you a link right now. Sending you a link right now. Tony, put back the link for the book club. Those who just jump on the book club, and we're gonna jump into the lesson now. You have any more questions?
I think we do.
Somebody says the fight is about land Russia want to reclaim. Great.
Mm-hmm.
So true. By where you're from, I don't have much money, Miss Crimea. London to Jamaica. Buy what you can afford. That's it.
Wayne said we should make t-shirts.
Yeah, we should. Come to think of it. T-shirts. Serious thing. Or polo shirt. Yeah. What's the next question? I'm trying to finish. Eastern Ukraine is mostly Russia and pro-Russia. Western Ukraine is pro-Western.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Chris B said, love that, Tony. So this is why I'm asking for your help. Please, London to Jamaica. Send me a WhatsApp now. I'll see it when we come off live. Just remind me that your tagline is London to Jamaica.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Claudia. I have a home in Grange, Westmoreland, about 30 to 45 minutes in the grill. I'm looking to sell. How is the market in the area? I can't tell you about North Coast. North Coast, Kingston and St. Andrew, them place they're hot. Things fly off of the shelf.
Grange Hill, probably have to find someone from the area who wishing to
come back.
Yeah.
And it depends on your price. So what happens, some of persons have built these fabulous houses, but your location not matching the house, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's just the truth. So you end up with a misfit. And you will say, oh, I can't get it to sell because the house price is too high for the area, for the location. All right. You want to get into the live? You want to get into the lesson? You have a question on here?
Sure.
Crimea is more political than for land. It's about the EU influence. Russia wants its own influence in the region. That's the way they go about it. If so, they have a buffer. Putin built a bridge to Crimea. We did.
Ah. So there's a bridge somewhere here, so.
Yeah. Apparently there is a bridge. Okay. Well, Tony, we're so glad we're not so close to nobody. Yeah, come here, come war. You know. Yeah, we're gonna travel miles to reach us if we come war. For the little peninsula, well.
No, if USA wanted to capture the South America, they would put a bridge in Jamaica to get over there because they don't want to.
Ukraine wants to join NATO. Russia does not want NATO on their doorsteps. So Russia don't want to play in the classroom with everybody. Eh? Russia wants to be on their own.
But that's just a Russia thing from the start. That's why they had to assassinate the royal family.
That's a Russia thing from the start. Them not play nice. All right. We are Jamaicans though. So remember, you can't buy where you are, buy where you're from. All right. So I want to get into the lesson. I'm sorry, everybody. I'm having serious draining here going on. What's the quickest way to stop my sinus from draining?
Blow your nose?
I can't blow my nose on YouTube Live.
No, I would I would mute us momentarily so you can do that.
All right, let's get into this. So, play slideshow. Is that where you are? Yeah.
Hold on. You play. Here we
Let's
go.
go to slideshow first. All right, so there. Check your phones. Make sure everybody's seeing us. Okay, so those of you just joining us, I'm Claudia.
And I'm Tony.
And I'm a real estate dealer. Tony is a real estate agent. So we sell properties and we work with sellers to sell properties and work with buyers to purchase properties. All right. You're live? You're good? Or you don't know yet?
So, yes, we're good.
All right. So we're talking about today. Why this look to me like you have? Are you? No, you have opened the wrong slide.
Is the wrong one?
Yeah, I did this last week.
Well, apologies, everyone.
All right, is there another question? So one I need, but get the slideshow for you, live.
I have to go live first because I won't see the screen again.
You want to see this screen again?
This screen.
Oh.
See, I won't see it.
All right, so all right, so those of you joining us, I'm Claudia.
And I'm Tony.
All right, let's get into the lesson for today. So, the quote of the week is actually from me. Buy what you can afford until you can afford what you want. Those of you who've been following me for a while, you have heard me say this over and over and over. It's just really about buying what you can afford until you can afford what you want. You buy it before you can afford it, you're going to be in some trouble, right? You have to buy what you can afford until you can afford what you want. So like yesterday I was in Fantana's pharmacy, wanted a lotion. So I'm usually using aromatherapy lotion. They didn't have the lotion, so I had to switch over to Victoria's Secret.
Oh, you just had to.
I had to switch over. I'm not going back to Jergens and those. So one of the cashiers said 2,200. First instinct was, ouch, 2,200.
How much is the aromatherapy that you normally buy?
Same thing, 2,200 or something like that.
That's why he's squealing.
But, this is because I'm buying this lotion by itself. It's not bundled with other things that, so the price kind of jump at me. Anyway, I thought to myself, Claudia, buy the lotion and get out. No, the truth is, if your earning is only $2,000 a day, you cannot buy a Victoria's Secret lotion for $2,000. So, Tony, can you afford a Victoria's Secret lotion?
No. You have to buy Jergens, $700.
Yeah. Or you buy when it's on name Cocoa Butter, that's a name from a brand. Bell Rose, I think it named, something like that. There's a time when I used to buy the lotion and you put olive oil in it.
Why?
So that it's more moisturizing. Because a cheap lotion.
Oh.
But you want to bump it up a little bit. So you buy the lotion and you buy like a cheap olive oil and pour it in it. Anybody here used to do that? I don't do it anymore.
It's not baby oil.
No,
really
it's olive oil. You put the olive oil in the lotion. I used to do it with the razor lotion. There was a lotion that used to sell for 400 Jamaican dollars. Is it
the one that went in the white bottle with the cap on it that flips up?
Yeah, razor.
Oh, yes, I remember.
You remember it? It's a sweet, nice lotion. But you bump it up by throwing the olive oil in it. Give more moisturing and so that's a little trick if you use a cheap lotion, everybody.
So olive oil and dear.
No, olive oil is cheap.
Really?
Yeah. Olive oil, a little olive oil like this is very cheap.
So
Or
not
if
the
you,
one
if you
we
can't
cook
go with
with,
olive oil, you go. No, not the one you cook with.
but that one there.
Not the olive oil you cook with. You have a little olive oil. See, even Rachel just gave me some to use when I was doing my makeup. A little olive oil.
Oh.
Them everybody knows. Body olive oil, I call it. Not drinking olive oil.
Okay, so it's called Razak. R-A-Z-A-C-K.
Yeah, razor. What did that call it in Jamaica? I was like, give me a razor lotion. I wonder if it still sells. It's a
Must be.
very nice lotion. Smells sweet and everything. So buy what you can afford until you can afford what you want, everybody. All right, that is key.
Ashandi say yes, and mix it with the ducks with the Vaseline.
Yes, same way. I tell you, so we know the things. So we do that because we couldn't afford Victoria's Secret and aromatherapy and Bath and Body Works and you name it.
So they say Perline cocoa butter.
Perline cocoa butter, yes. I don't know what the olive oil. Oh, me have lotion. All right. Now, everything that we talk about day in, day out is actually in the Bible, everybody. The book of Proverbs. Those of you who don't read the Bible, you're missing something. If you don't know about the Bible, you're still missing something. Because guess what? This book called the Bible write about 100 years ago. The men before us already put the roadmap in the Bible. Turn the fan to me, Tony. So you actually already have the roadmap in the Bible, if only you would read it properly. So the book of Proverbs, very powerful book. I just pulled out some of the stuff in the book of Proverbs. You can go read. I deliberately didn't put which chapter and verse because I wanted to go read the whole book of Proverbs, not just a little snippets. No, the first one, go to the ant. And this one is pretty early up in the book. I think it's chapter 6, this one is. Go to the ant, you sluggard. Consider its ways and be wise. It has no commander, no overseer or ruler. Yet it stores its provisions in summer and gathers its food at harvest. So the little ant knows that it is to go out there, gather food for summer, and then it stores its provision in summer and gathers its food at harvest. The little ants know that.
Mm-hmm.
So people don't know that.
I didn't know the ants didn't have a ruler. I thought they had a little ruler down there.
Doing what? Telling them, go and get them food and come. You see them carry the food on them back and them.
Yeah, I thought there was like a queen ant or something down there.
Well, he's telling you, the ants don't have no overseer or ruler. Do you see another ants telling this other ants, come man, whip him on him back, carry the food, go on down there, so. No. You see the ants have that? No. But what happened to humans? A lot of humans have to have somebody over them and drive them. I remember, put your comments, because Tony going to see your comments and tell me. Put your comments as we go through. A lot of persons need somebody to drive them. Wake up in the morning, put on your shoes, boy, you have to go to school, go and study for your exam. You need a driver behind you. What the book of Proverbs say? Look to the ants, you sluggard. Somebody tell me what the word sluggard means. Look to the ant, you sluggard. Consider its ways and be wise. So look to the ants and be wise. Ants don't need nobody to tell them to get up out of bed for go to school or to go to work. You understand? Or to go serve the customers. Ants don't need nothing like that. So if you look to the ants, you will know what to do. Next one. The plans of the diligent lead to profit, as surely haste leads to poverty. If you put plans in place and you're diligent about it, so the plans of the diligent leads to profit, as surely as haste leads to poverty. So if you're too hasty, you're going to miss steps, right? You're not going to be learning what you should be learning so that you can go through. Like one of the steps you will miss. If you play the lotto and you win, you would have missed some steps in learning how to manage money. Mm-hmm. And you would have gotten that money and you blow it away.
True.
Because haste leads to poverty. The way you haste, you want to get rich. Mm-hmm. Every day line up in a lotto line and buy a lotto ticket. Every day. I mean, You don't even plan what you're going to do with the money when you get it. Not even that you do. Don't it, Tony? You have no plan for this money when you get it. So when them do call your name and you do win the lotto, oh, you're like in shock, right? So the plans of the diligent lead to profit as surely as haste leads to poverty.
Dwayne says sluggard means lazy.
Ah,
Sophia says lazy person.
right. There he goes. So you lazy person. All right, third. He who ignores discipline comes to poverty and shame, but whoever heeds correction is honored. If you ignore discipline, ignore the fact that you must get up at 5 o'clock to catch his bus at 6. You must be sitting at your desk at 8:30, start working. You must be disciplined to know that you must read one book a month or one book per week, or disciplined enough to know that you must listen to the podcast, listen to the motivational speaker, or just go walk for your exercise, get on a treadmill. You must be disciplined. He who ignores discipline comes to poverty and shame, but whoever heeds correction is honored. Next one, a greedy man brings trouble to his family, but he who hates bribes will live. So the man who's greedy for everything. Not you wanna comment? Not
Kay says she's taking time with the stock market.
who is that?
Kate.
Kate, you're taking time. So you're being disciplined and learning, you're not being hasty, right?
Mhm.
Very good. So the greedy man brings trouble to his family. Yes. If you want to run too fast, grab everything, you're not steady, you're messing up your family's finances and so on. Before you know it, you owe a bag of people out there who won't pay about the money. Who? Your wife? All right. The rich rule over the poor, and the borrower is servant to the lender. Now, this is not saying that you must borrow, but you must borrow sensibly, because the rich rule over the poor, and the borrower is servant to the lender. You, the borrower, gonna be a slave to paying back. The rich, their money, because only rich people can lend money. Poor people can't lend you money, right? So you are going to be working to pay back this money. It doesn't say you must borrow the money, but you must be prudent and you must know what you're doing. All right? Those who work their land will have abundant food, but those who chase fantasies have no sense. So if you run, gonna leave your land, those who work their land will have abundant food, but those who chase fantasies have no sense. Tony, you think that when some people come to university up here to study some hairy things, are they chasing fantasies?
No.
What them chasing?
University degrees can lead to a good job in whatever field you study.
All right. But do you want a good job? Is that where you want to be if you want to be wealthy?
No. But I don't think most persons are thinking about being wealthy. Most people are just thinking about not being poor.
Not being poor. So if them land in the middle, the rich or the wealthy, them good. Right? So the thing is though, I don't think you realize, part of the misfit with me is that you don't realize that if you own in your family, if you are the first in line to inherit 20, 30, 40 acres of land, you're already rich. That's the misfit that I have. That they're not thinking that daddy have 30 acres of land. I'm already past the hurdle.
And I don't think a lot of persons in our society understand that when your parents own property, it passes to you, and by it being passed to you, it's a wealth that it's creating for you. I don't think people realize that.
Not only
They
that,
think that when they inherit property, they're inheriting a problem, and so that they're trying to get rid of it.
Yeah, they're inheriting a problem trying to get rid of it. You're right. So them call me for sell it. But
Not that we don't want the business,
but you have to understand, and Tony says when it passes to you, but even before it passes to you, you are already ahead of the game, because you would have already gotten rid of a thing called rent and a thing called mortgage. That is the biggest expense. Those of you who have a job and working now, tell me if rent and mortgage is not your biggest expense out of your income. Tell me in the chat. If you come see your mother and father live in a house already, right? By the time you come, them mortgage gonna be so tiny, don't mean nothing to them. And throughout your lifetime, you see them pay off that mortgage and you still there. You have access now. You live in a property where you're not paying rent, you're not paying mortgage. That's your biggest expense. So what does that mean? You are already at stage 2.
I just feel like, and I hate saying it, but I feel like with your situation, with your family, I thought they were at a stage and then they kind of just dialed it back and put you back at zero.
Yeah.
Because of what they did.
Which is why I'm so adamant that you guys don't dial back and put Xander, your children, at zero. Don't want that to happen because I've experienced it. You understand what I'm saying? It's important that you pay attention to the gains that your mommy, your daddy, your stepmother, stepfather, whatever. You pay attention to the gains that they have already made and you build on the gains. Or you pay attention to the foundation, let's put it that way. You pay attention to the foundation that was already laid. So 30, 10, 5-acre land is a foundation. We don't care if it's in a bush. It is a foundation. You have to know, look at the bush, look at the foundation and say, Mama, Dada, you know, this is what I think we can do. Look at it. I was watching a video the other day where a young man, you about 12, he is a farmer in Jamaica, I forgot his name. And he might go through with the machete and he might show away how to plant this, replant a sucker. Somebody tell me what's the name of that young man. Can you probably have seen the videos too? And I was so impressed with this young man. And I said to myself, yeah, man, somebody gonna come teach Xander how to plant things and how to go through. You know, I'm already teaching him outside in the little flower spots. As a matter of fact, I have this, is it an orange tree that I had bought?
I think it's lime.
It's lime? I don't know what it is. But Xander, every morning when I'm out there with him, he sees me watering it with a little keg. And of course, him take it up on himself now. So I have to turn on the pipe, feed him full it, and him water everything. And of course, the thing them start there now. I say, yes, boy, blessings.
And he likes training too, you know, because once you take him on the walk and you come back, the next thing he goes for is the keg. To water it. So you can't go inside without you doing that with him.
Yeah, without you watering. Just allowing him to go through, pull it, and go through and water everything, right? Tony, I ordered a small one for him. You get it yet?
Yeah, but I think you haven't gone to the place to pick them up.
Pick them up, right? So I had to order a small watering can that he can manage. But man, him is a trooper, man. Him lift up anything, man. He's a trooper. So listen, you have to understand that, right? Those who work their land will have abundant food, but those who chase fantasies have no sense. Imagine Proverbs said that back in how long. Right? All hard work brings a profit, but mere talk leads only to poverty. The same land we're talking about, as with a client, him said, Miss D, did you know that the coconut board will give you suckers the coconut suckers to plant? And I said, what? You serious? Him say, yes, and you can get X amount. I'm supposed to check it out, but I haven't yet. You can get X amount of suckers. Suckers, them name. Somebody tell me what them name. Is it suckers we call the coconut or a seedling? Somebody correct me. I'm not a farmer, so I don't know the right terms. But I remember back in the day, I myself, my father have some land in St. Mary, and I plant. He called me one day and said, I'm gonna pass through with some coconut, whatever. 50 of them, and I said, okay, buy it. I send the money, and he bought it. He called me back, Claudia, we need some money for plant it. I'm pay again, somebody plant it. And my brother was there, and said, every one of them grew up in a bush. I said, but why? Because he couldn't find the energy to clean out one of these coconut trees every day. Just one a day. By the time I reached day 50, you could have started back at number 1, which is a very simple thing. But And this is one of the things. All hard work brings a profit. Now I planted the coconut trees because coconut trees were there before. Somebody else had planted coconut tree, and every time I would go, he would give me coconut. Him himself use coconut water, wash him face the way him have coconut in abundance. I'ma say, let us plant them back so that the people behind us will have coconut trees. Because them coconut tree are gonna soon dead. And that was the reason why I decided to invest the money and send it and say, plant them. Of course, as far as he's concerned, he's not going to live to drink none of those coconut now that he planted. So him cannot be bothered. And this is the thing, everybody. We have to do now. So we have to decide now. Do we plant a maca tree? And what will reap 5 years from now? Or do we plant a coconut tree? Water it, nurture it. And I'm saying a coconut tree, but you know I'm talking figuratively. You could nurture anything that you want, right? Plant it, nurture it. Do you buy a little piece of land now and pay for it over 20 years? That's nurturing too. Do you buy a house and diligently pay the mortgage and the loan every month? That's also nurturing it for the 10, 20, whatever amount of years, right? So all hard work brings a profit, but mere talk leads only to poverty. Many persons talk a lot. I find that with Jamaicans, all they do is talk. Talk, talk, talk. Oh, you know, say, yeah, man, me go buy a house, you know, me go buy a house, you know. When? Where? How? They have not even gone to look at a house.
They don't do the gold steps.
They don't do the gold steps. That's why I said don't do the gold steps, which was what we taught in the first lesson. But all hard work leads to profit. Mere talk leads only to poverty. This is what the book of Proverbs in the Bible is telling us.
Dwayne says a coconut tree sucker is called sprout.
Sprout. Thank you so much. Tony, we need to get back to that project. Seriously. I need to get to it. Even if it's not that land, but I need to get to it. Next one. Do not be one who shakes hands in pledge or puts up security for debts. If you lack the means to pay, your very bed will be snatched from under you.
So true.
This is said in the book of Proverbs. Yet so many persons go and give collateral for loans that is not even them taking out the loan. Why would you put up your car for your friend's loan? Is that you taking the loan? So why you do that, guys? Do not be the one who shakes hands in pledge or puts up security for debts. Because if you lack the means to pay, your very bed will be snatched from under you.
True.
Now I can understand if it's you going into debt and you putting up a collateral. But if you're going into debt, if you're putting up collateral for somebody else, right? Now these days, you don't really need to put up collateral. The banks here will give you up to 5 million without collateral, right? A lot of persons also have homes and they're using their homes as ATM machines by taking out home equity loans or HELOC, which is a revolving loan. So you have a HELOC on your home, so you have a 5 million HELOC. You use 1 million, you pay back. You use the next 2 million, you pay back. One of these days, you won't be able to pay it back. And you will lose your home, right? So one of the things I say is I wouldn't encourage anybody to use their home as an ATM machine because it is not. All right? Remember, a house, a real estate, a property, a land is a long-term investment. So you shouldn't use it to solve short-term problems. So you getting the HELOC or getting the home equity loan on that property just to do something like maybe send your child to university, bury somebody, or go on vacation. Those are short-term circumstances, are short-term problems, right? But you're using a long-term asset to solve this short-term problem. Remember what I said. Don't do that, right? Don't do that.
No, that's you're turning the asset into a liability when you do that.
Yeah. All right. Bible again. A generous person will prosper. Whoever refreshes others will be refreshed. So if you're giving, you will get back. You'll get it back. So whoever refreshes others will be refreshed. So you give, you get back. Just like that. Don't necessarily mean you are the one that same person is gonna give you back. I'll give you an example. The hills of Draxall was being sold, but I wasn't aware of it. I was driving past here all the time up and down. It was one of my subscribers from out of England. I don't know if she's listening. She called me and she said, Miss Davis, some property selling out in Draxall. You can come with me. I want to look at them. I said, yeah, man, sure, I'll come with you. I went with her. When I went, I was in shock. I never know the place was selling. It was bush and all of that. Matter of fact, we have to walk up and down, it never paved like how you see it pretty now. And we had no clue where the place. I took the map, and I'm a good map reader. We took the map and we went and we looked, and we actually said she chose a lot. She negotiated hard with the developer and got the price a little bit down. But she went back overseas. She called me and she said, Miss D, I can't go through with it, because I just don't have it. Can't go through. I'm so sorry she didn't go through with it. But I tell you, she opened up a whole new world to me. And that world was opened up to me because I decided to follow her. Remember, I'm knowing me not get no money from the dealer. First, me I reach land from the place. She not paying me to come and show her anything. And because I went with her, the creator showed me a whole new world. And you guys know, so me start to sell. And the rest is history. But I tell you guys, and I can tell you lots of stories where I have followed people. Same thing I'm doing as going into the army. I was just hanging out with my girlfriend. She said, Claudia, fill out the form. Fill out the form. Yeah, that was it. So, a generous person will prosper. Whoever refreshes others will be refreshed. And the same thing happened to me with the Camelot. I didn't even know. You're me telling about Camelot. No, I'm a stalk it. I went to show so my client have a friend looking a place. No, I'm showing him properties, but none of those he liked. I said, all right, let me go for Out of the Blue. I might like it. We went to Out of the Blue, which I could actually have gotten a commission for. I didn't. I could have gotten a commission, but he didn't like it. It's too far up in the hills, he says. I'm in Discovery Bay, and I say, something. I know them have some houses down Discovery Bay. Let's go down there and have a look. I didn't look at them before. Just going down with him the first time. When we went, there were townhouses. He said to the lady, I don't like townhouses, The lady turned to him and said, we're going to have some 2-bedroom, 2 bathrooms. And that was when I realized they were going to have 2-bed, 2-bath. Because I saw the ads for the townhouses, but I didn't go to the location because I'm not interested in townhouses. And it's by following him that I realized that they were going to have these single units on lots, right? No, again, he's buying one, but I don't get any commission from Gore to show him the property, right?
Right.
But guess what? I said, a whole new world has been opened up to me. A whole new world with a whole new set of opportunities. Simply because I went the extra step and drove him down to this development. A whole new world opened up to me. So everybody, a generous person will prosper. Whoever refreshes others will be refreshed. Which is why I like Zig Ziglar's thing. He says, the more you help others get what they want, the more you will get what you want. And I live by it. All right? And the book of Proverbs tells you, a little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to rest, and the poverty will come on you like a thief, and scarcity like an armed man.
Can't stop you.
No, this is what Proverbs says. A little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to rest, and poverty will come on you like a thief, and scarcity like an armed man. So for Christ, tell me if I'm gonna put up on the screen in the Proverbs. Our rubbish matter. I deliberately didn't put where it came from. I wanted to go read the whole book of Proverbs. Right?
Sophia says generosity has a multiplier effect in the Christ kingdom.
It does. It does. It has a serious, and I cannot tell you how serious a multiplier effect it has. It is, I can't find the words. It's magnitude, magnanimous. All of them words there come to mind. It seriously moves you to a whole different space when you're generous. All right.
Steve wants to know, what about HELOC to do home repairs? And Future is, why have all that equity sitting there?
You can equity. All right. In the house of wise are stores of choice food and oil, but a foolish man devours all he has. Now remember, equity is a catch-22. Equity should really be the difference between what you paid down already and what the house now value. What happens if it goes in the reverse? So you have borrowed another 50 million off your property. Then like in 2008 when we're having crashing, this house got below the 50 million mark, got to 20 million. You yourself can't pay the $50 million loan anymore because the economy is now shifting around. A lot of persons actually lost their home and it went down. Now I'm saying, if you're going to use a HELOC or the home equity to purchase another investment, then yes, and preferably another long-term investment like real estate. But if you're gonna use it to bury the dead, vacation, student loans, I would think twice about those. All right, because as I said, those are short-term circumstances or short-term problems.
Right. Future believes, he says, I believe in using the equity to acquire more properties.
Right. Use it to acquire more property. So in the house of the wise are stores of choice food and oil, but a foolish man devours all he has. So wise people have in them arsenal their choices of things. Food and oil back in the day was the wealth. So the poor people never have food and oil in them house. That's what it is saying. But the foolish man, as him get a little food and him get a little oil, him use up the whole light. Him now have nothing stored. That's what it's saying. All right.
Nat says, this is not your typical Sunday day church lesson.
No. So, in a nutshell, your income must be greater than your expenditure. Now, I did all of that to get you in the frame of mind for really what I'm going to be going into now, which is your income and your expenditure. Now, everybody, your income at all time must be greater than your expenditure. I don't care how much money you're earning. You could be earning $1. Your income must always exceed your expenditure, or you will never be wealthy. Never. Let's take some examples here. So I have in front of me a spreadsheet with an income. Robert Kiyosaki calls this cash flow. Which way cash going? Is it going negative or is it going positive, right? Now the mother in this scenario earns 100,000, the father earns 200,000. They have a daughter earning 0, son earning 0. No rental income, no dividend income, no business income, no interest income, no royalty income, no profit income. Remember, we discussed different incomes before. Those of you who weren't here, you missed it, but you can go back to the video. But we did that. So all of those are different streams of income. Rental income, dividend income, business income, interest income, royalty income, profit income. We're not going to get into those. Look at the expenditure now. So they're earning a total of 300,000 after tax. On the expenditure side, they have a rent or mortgage 40,000, electricity 15, water 10, cooking gas, cable, internet for their home, data plan, insurance for health, car loan, car insurance, car petrol, car maintenance, car registration, subscriptions, pet food, children's school fee, food. They don't have any insurance for the house because they rent. They don't have any house maintenance because I guess the landlord picks that up. Transportation, they already have a car, so they're not paying bus fare. Entertainment, they're at zero because they're maxed out. Clothes, them skimping, them really not buying that because they're already maxed out on other things. Cosmetics, maxed out. Clothes, but they do pay extra lesser for the children, lunch money, and baby daycare because they actually have two children, right? One in school, one in daycare.
This is per month?
Per month. Now, these numbers are not far-fetched. Rent is easily 40,000 in Jamaica. You live in like a Portmore, Spanish town. Your electricity can run you to 15. Your water can run you to 10. Your gas, all of these are.
I feel like water could be cheaper though.
All right, that's what water cheaper, $5,000. But look now, you're running a total of $351,000. Now, in this case, remember I said your income must be greater than your expenditure. But what's that mean here? Your income is what?
Lower than your expense.
Lower than your expense. A matter of fact, you're gone in the red. So your cash is flowing negatively. Now, where this extra 51,000 coming from? Somebody tell me, where do you think this extra 51,000 would come from in this family? Because they have to pay all of these bills. So where would they find it? Anybody answer?
Not yet. The Buffalo says, I'm learning a lot, Miss Claudia.
Where would you find this money? You have all these bills to pay. Your income is only 300,000 for the month. What is your thing? Where do you think this family going to pick up this extra 51,000 from?
No answers yet.
I'll tell you. First thing I'm going to do is run for them credit card to pay one of these bills here. I'm going to pay maybe the electricity, the water, any one of those can pay with a credit card.
Erica Menzi says, same day loan.
Yes, same day loan, OBF financing, and all of them, you think about them. Same day loan or payroll loan and all these things. So I'm going to run to payroll loan, put that there. So. Payday loan, I'm going to run to credit card. Now them I got say, oh Miss D, but I pay off the 51,000 every month.
How much is a credit card?
No, you may pay out, you get your money, you pay out the 51,000, you still go back and spend it back. So you're still broke.
Micah said remittance.
Remittance, all right. If you have remittance. Now if you have remittance might be coming from your daughter, your son.
How much is remittance?
51,000. But that remittance, is it going to come every month or is it going to come once a month? If your daughter willing to send this remittance every month, it's going to come every month and you're going to be at zero. But do you have any money for investment?
Somebody said they have a side hustle.
You might have a side hustle called what? Business. So you have a side hustle called business, 51,000, but you're still at zero.
Maybe the mom's a teacher and she's selling donuts.
Right? Or she's selling extra lesson. So but you're still at zero. This look like somebody who not even gonna make it so. Because at some point, something not gonna happen right as so called emergency. That's it. If you're living, you must have an emergency. Enter. You must have an emergency. Emergency. ERENGENCY. Missing the G. You must have an emergency. An emergency would have knocked you out 25,000. Now, what is an emergency? An emergency is an unforeseen event.
The car breaks down.
That's not even an emergency because you're supposed to have a maintenance fund of $10,000 every month. That's sitting there waiting on that. So in an emergency usually is a health issue too. But you're supposed to have health insurance, but there's a deductible. You still have to come with someone to your pocket.
Right.
So now you have the emergency, 25,000 on the red now. So you definitely have to go run to the credit card or run to the payday loan.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody tell me, how long can you survive like this? Somebody tell me, how long you think you would survive like this? With every month you get this money and you're paying out equal to or more money than what you're bringing in. How long you think this can stay like this?
Somebody says, oh, there's a big question here. Zach said, get a side job. Zanake says they need to get rid of the car loan. It's more expensive than anything else.
Look good.
Mm-hmm. But maybe they're keeping the car because of the 2 young children.
Maybe. Well, how long you can go like this? You can't.
Andre says, I would lower and get rid of subscription. No Netflix.
Mm-hmm. So
Zach says, can't survive too long. Nat says 6 months to a year. Meryl says not long.
I said 6 months. 6 months. Because if you're bad luck with like some people, every month you have an emergency. Not one thing is another. You can't survive like that, guys. So those of you who have an Excel, or you can do it manually too. When I learned this from Robert Kiyosaki, and I actually sat on my bed, and them time I never have no computer. I wrote down all my income and all my expenses. I wrote it down. These days you have only apps that you can use to do this, right? But so somebody tell me, you have been in the classes. What is your best way out of this? Is it to focus on the income side or the expenditure side? There's a short-term plan and there's a long-term plan. What is a short-term way to get out of this?
Nat says the stress alone will bring the illness.
The stress alone, right? Nat. What's the short-term way to get out of this? And what's the long-term way to get out of this?
The Buffalo said, get more streams of income.
Is that the long-term solution or the short-term?
Velma says, time to budget and get rid of some of the unnecessary liability.
Is that the short-term solution or the long-term? Tell me, guys. I hear you giving me the solution. But is it some persons here not going to know if them what they must tackle first?
Zach says expense side. Nat says income side. They're divided.
They're divided.
Who says up your income and reduce your spending? So, and Andre said both sides.
Both sides. Yes, both sides. And you have to tackle them together. So the expenditure side or the short-term side. So you're going to look at this. You can actually bring down this electricity bill too. You're going to look at this and you're going to determine what here is padded. Now, you stop by clothes, you stop by cosmetics, you stop by all of that.
Hope says short term, cut your expenditure. Long term, get more income.
Right. So you have to tackle both of them together. Good guys. So you're thinking. Well, you tackle both of them together now. That's the key question. Or you tackle them two things together.
First, you have to do is get rid of the pit.
You might have to get rid of the pit.
Can't pour out pit.
Yeah, you can't pour out pit. So make a dump the pit. Somebody else said get rid of something else too. What else said get rid of?
Subscription.
What else you must get rid of?
Let me see. Children's school fee, extra lessons, lunch money. Lunch money? Wow.
Them penny I get $1,000 a day.
Realize cooking gas. Oh, cooking gas should last you every 3 months, that only lasts in them 1 month.
Now them cook every day, man. Morning, noon, and night.
Car loan, health insurance, data plan. They might have to go to prepaid phone.
Well, this is 2 cars. I would get rid of one of the cars.
Oh, one of the cars.
Yeah. So put 35,000 there. Get rid of one of the cars, even if you're only breaking even. Let's hope that you have a vehicle that when you sell it, enough money is there to pay the loan, to cancel the loan. Because some of you buy some cars, you're not realizing that the car value is depreciating and you still paying the money.
Mm-hmm.
So you have this big loan, and when you're ready to sell it back, you can't even get back the money. What else would you do?
Like Jamaica says, increase your income long term. Future said you need a side girl.
Future, the side girl never take money out of your pocket.
I know, right?
You think side girl cheap? Them not put no money in your pocket. Unless future you're young and you get maybe an older woman who
take care of you.
Yeah, who
but
for
this
couple
man
overflow.
This man sound married and kind of side girl.
No side
time
girl.
for that.
No, exactly. Mother and father. No side girl.
Okay, so Andre say must cut off the cable and the phone plan can be cut since there's already internet at home.
All right. Not that not have a data plan.
You really only need data plan when you're on the road. But if you're at work.
But you're gone in a positive already.
Yeah, that's good. Dwayne says delay offset with income.
Delay what?
Delay offset with income.
What's that?
Not sure.
Mm-hmm. Is there anything else here you can dump? You're driving one car now, but you may still have 2. Your gas bill may still be the same because you have to drop your wife, then yourself, and
The insurance should be less though.
The insurance should be less, your car insurance. This is 10,000 a month for 2 cars. 100,000, this going to drop to probably 5,000. You probably pay 50,000 a year. All right.
But this is really just short term because imagine you have to go down to 1 car and then no data plan and no pet and no subscription.
This is short term.
For how short?
Short term. This is maybe a 1 year.
Wow.
But do you need a pet? So The Richest Man in Babylon, those of you who are coming to our book club next week, that's the first book we'll do, The Richest Man in Babylon, which is going to teach you that you have to just deal with your necessary expenses. So you have to look at this thing and say, what? So here's the trick to it now, guys. When you're doing this expenditure short term, you are going to look at it and you're going to say, no, but we must have the cable at home. We make a watch. I have to have my subscription to Netflix. And that's how I reach,
Is there any way to reduce the children? Because they're costing, what, 45,000?
What do you mean? Oh, you reduce the children. You can drop them lunch money and let them take lunch from home.
Mm-hmm.
But that's about the only thing I see. You need a daycare. You might need them to have the extra lessons. You could cut your utilities here. So like electricity,
mm-hmm.
you can do what I did back in the past and go through and screw all the bulbs out. You don't take out the bulb is there. But when your daughter like Tony and goes with the switch, no light. So you leave the bulb where you use it. So like our living room had no bulb. Our bedrooms also didn't have any bulb because once we got to bed, we gone to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
The bulb was in the bathroom and the kitchen. And the kitchen and dining was in one room. So we only had 2 bulbs running, right? And I learned to do that after GPS lock off my light. It's Rachel, Father, save me, come save me and pay up the bill and put on back light. But once it put on back, I said, this now reach me again.
Our future said, no, get rid of the side girl. Dump your side girl.
Oh, dump your side girl. No, you're talking future. Yeah, you have to get rid of the side girl.
But there was no side girl on this.
Maybe in the background, but we don't know.
Oh.
Maybe
but we're in the positive now.
Maybe the car, maybe the petrol high because he might go visit the side girl.
Maybe.
Right? And the food bill high because he might buy part of the food I forgot to the lady. So we're in the positive. So you have 34,000 every month now that can go towards your investment. Now that investment, this 34,000 the positive is what you're gonna figure out how to use that over here. So
Andre says the money you cut from subscription, $10,000, can be used to make profit income. Buy and resale some things.
yes, buy and sell. Yes, so you can do that. You have 34,000 here. Now, everybody, you want me to tell you the best way to tackle that side here, expenditure. The best way to tackle this side. You see, when you get a paycheck, hold on on it. Stop dish it out.
Mm-hmm.
So you get your paycheck on the 30th. A lot of you by the 31st, you have gone into these apps and you transfer money. You just have gone like, yeah, well, what them done, man, anyway.
What they say, you're allergic to money, so you don't keep it.
Yeah, it's like when I'm allergic, this thing you're scratching on, I have to just get rid of it. You know, I see it in your bank account. You just love see when your bank account is zero.
But in life, they teach you to pay your bills first.
Who teach you that? The rich people tell you that. The people who sit down in them school. Because guess who will get the money, you know them? All right. No, don't tell people Miss Davis tell you this. But listen up. I want you hold on to the money 1 week. Well, now someone have to start in 1 day. Hold on to it for 1 day.
1 day.
1 day. See if you can get past the day.
Or the weekend.
Yeah.
So you get to the Friday, make sure it's there for the Saturday and the Sunday.
don't spend. The following week, you do the same thing. You squeeze now. Nah, pay that yet. Then, by week 2, some people supposed to knock on your door. Maybe JPS will cut off the light.
Pay them.
Not pay them. JPS will cut off the light. If JPS cut off the light, you go to JPS and you say, all right, how much you prepaid light? Decide. Let me go with a 5,000 prepaid light. You get smart when you're on prepaid. Just like when you're on prepaid credit, you get smart because you know it's gonna run out.
True.
Right? You rent and mortgage. By week 2, the landlord's supposed to call you. All right. You pay that because that is now a necessary expense. The rest of them, you wait them out to see how you feel. How I feel now. All right. Car loan, I forgot to pay that. Maybe the car loan people don't even call it till the 3rd month. But guess what? The money in your account same way you have to spend it. Remember. Petrol, you have to know. No, I looked at the gas pump. One of the rare times I look at this thing. $227 on the pump per liter for the 90 gas that I use. I said to myself, Claudia, you know, say you just have to go work more. Earn more money. That's it.
Meryl asked, could mom stay at home and take care of the kids and reduce her 100,000?
Could be. It's a possibility. If the daycare, the daycare is only 15. So this 100,000 makes sense. If the daycare was like 70,000, and mom is driving a car at 35,000 plus gas, I would have said, Mom, you need to stay home. So if the daycare and anything related to this mother getting this child to this daycare, and she only contribute 100,000, me that probably say, listen, man, you need to stay home.
But right now she helping.
But right now she not in the negative there. So she 15 is a daycare. What else is
she probably could homeschool that child for the extra lessons if she have more time on her hands.
If she have more time on her hands, yeah, she probably could too. But that's if she have the capacity. Not everybody can actually teach a child.
If she earning 100,000, she have the capacity.
Not necessarily
to teach.
Not necessarily. Depends on the age of the child. Because this child is like a 15, 16-year-old.
Oh, then maybe not.
Yeah. When Rachel reached A levels, I couldn't teach her nothing else again.
Could you before? You just read the textbook.
Yeah, no, I could have taught up to CXC maths. That's what I did. CXC maths, physics, bio. I could have relate to those. But when she hit the CAPE, which is the higher level A levels, worse when she hit the university, the most I could have do is read it and see if it makes sense.
I want you to know.
What I don't know, all I don't know is Rachel, Are you good with the work? Because she in university still now, doing her master's. So she said. So I said, in maths actually. So me now, she says, so I say, you need my help? She says, Mom, but you can't help me. Face it, pick the face, man. Like she said, Mom, this level of maths is way beyond your pay grade right now. So don't bother ask me if you can't help me, because you know you can't help me. But my help is, are you on top of the work? Did you finish your what do I want to call it? Whatever coursework that is to go in, and then I'm to make sure that Xander, Tony and I have Xander so she can actually do the studies and so on. So that's our support. But me and Tony can't do the maths at that level. When the maths reach letters, it lose weight. That would be numbers maths, not letters maths.
It has to have symbols we know.
Yeah, it has to have symbols we know, not squiggly. So what we're trying to point out here, guys, income this side must be more than this side at all times. So
Ex-Jamaica said, I bet nothing she learned at A levels is making her money now.
not a thing.
Not a thing.
But she does civil engineer, so
She uses maths every day.
she uses maths every day still. So she did civil engineer. But what I'm saying is, your income. So let us say this was father alone with no mother. Only I earned 251,000. See me at the minus 66,000.
Wow. Need a wife, man.
No, you need to cut down all of this. Because he's only earning enough for himself.
Wow.
No need no wife. And listen to me, guys. Remember this. When you take on a wife, the wife is your responsibility. The Bible teaches that too. You don't take on a wife if she come help you pay rent and light bill and water.
So he doesn't have a wife. Where these two kids come from?
Could be baby mothers. You don't have to have a wife. But what I'm saying, if him earning 200,000 and his expense is 317,000, so chances are him can't afford no kids. Delete. Shouldn't have any kids.
But even so, if I'm just taking care of himself over here, still can't afford it.
No, I'm more of the school fee either.
Still can't afford it. And he's at basic necessities.
He's at basic. The man don't even buy clothes yet.
I mean, how him date? Can't date.
Can't date. Where I say, can't even go taste tea party. No, I see why the man them say they want to help out mate. The man always say, Miss D want somebody to help me. No, I see why you don't need somebody to help me. Because he's taking on 200,000. Plus him have a business income of 51,000.
Kamisha says, try and pay the light bill because GPS reconnection fee is $6,000.
No, you can't live without a light too.
I think they stopped having that reconnection thing for those who are on the smart meters. Once you pay it back, it just comes back on.
It just come back on. That's why I switched to smart meter. Told him maybe we should switch to smart meter.
No, we're already on smart meter.
No, I'm talking about not smart meter.
Prepaid.
Prepaid meter. Because I don't want to give JPS $6,000 to hold on for me. Why?
Dana case, the petrol is too high for the man alone.
What? Gas is now at $227 a liter.
But half quarter of his income,
I drive a little baby car and it's $7,000 to fill the tank. So that 7,000 could have maybe lasted for a week.
It's too high.
28, 30,000. All right, we could reduce it. 30,000. All right, so now you're not positive
to do in business.
Right, but this can't take care of a wife. So you have to still improve him income.
Mm-hmm.
All right, another thing I should point out to you now. Right here, so he's paying rent. All right. So remember, two things he's gonna do, or as a couple, you do this. You're gonna reduce your expenditure to only your necessary expenses. All right. And you're going to look over here to see if you can increase your income, whether by side hustle, whether by dividend income. But dividend income requires that you actually have some money if you go buy stocks, which you don't. Royalty income mean that you would have to have own the real estate and sell it back. You don't have the money to do that. Interest income, you still need money for do that.
That's what royalty income is? I thought
No,
that was
sorry,
the one
sorry,
when you
sorry.
create...
Not royalty income. I'm missing an income here now. Oh, everybody never say I'm missing an income here. I'm missing which one am I missing?
The one where you sell the real estate
When
for a
we sell
profit
by the
after.
real estate for a profit after. What's it called?
I can't remember now. It's not dividends.
No, it's not dividends. It's
not profit. It's not rental income.
I said tax. No, why can't I remember it? No.
Somebody tell us. Somebody in the class
somebody
remember what it
remember
is.
it. It's 7 of them. We're missing one. We're missing the one where we sell back and we get
Monica, so you have to pay child support. Even if the children don't live with you.
Yeah. All right, so I want to point out here while somebody reminds me which one of the income is missing. Capital gains.
Yeah, somebody put it there. Capital gain. Horace Gainer.
Yeah, type it in. Capital gains. That's the one missing. Horace, thank you. You have been a good student. Capital gain. So out of all of these, it's maybe only profit income. I think somebody said it earlier. Do some buy and selling. Profit income.
You can do royalty too.
You can do royalty, but you have to go sit down for a little while for
you can sit down for the year
and do the creation of the royalty. Matter of fact, if you do the creation for the royalty, do this real well, this can just move you straight to wealthy.
Yeah.
You can't skip middle class and rich and just run straight to wealthy.
And skip profit income, which is rough.
Skip profit income, which is it's rough. So they discover that it's rough. All right. So here, rent mortgage 40,000, and here you have a 24,000. That's 64,000. I would prefer if you convert this. So your next move. So when you reduce this expenditure here, so now the short term, start get some money. You find out something to do, a profit income, or you decided to go and create something. So you could get royalty income. Convert this to a mortgage. Buy a piece of real estate. Convert this rent to a mortgage. That way you're not giving away this money. All right. Anybody have any questions? So your income and expenditure. Now, we've been through this from January. So the first thing we did was goals. You have to set the goal. We just went through proverb. If you don't set the goal, you waste time. Right? Set the goal. Then the next thing you're gonna do is this: your income and expenditure. You have to get this under control. This side over here, so must be more. The income must be more than the expenditure. I don't care if you're only earning call center money, which is how much now? 60,000 a month?
Yeah, I think so.
If you earn call center money, look, you can't have none of them yet. You can't have no rent, you have to live at home. You must only contribute to the light bill. You can't own no light bill. You must only contribute to the water. You cannot own the water bill. You are the contributor. You're contributing to the cooking gas. You see where I'm going with this? Internet at home, let us say you pay for that. But you can't have no car loan. Delete. No car, petrol, none of that. No car registration. No subscription, no pet food, no school fee. What else bringing up this money? You can't have no emergency car. That out for you.
You must have reduced health insurance.
Reduce health insurance. One somebody, you alone. You see that?
You can still spend 40 grand on food though.
No, you can't. The most you can spend is maybe 20 grand. And that includes your lunch.
You need to put transportation in that.
Yeah, where's transportation on this? So transportation maybe at 10 grand.
It's gonna be more. You pay $100.
Maybe some people pay 300 a day.
200 a day. Or some people pay 300. How so?
Street trees 9. Because they might take bus two way. You know.
That would be 400 a day then.
400 a day times 20 is how much? 4 2s 8. I suppose I can do it. $8,000. If my math's right.
Roughly.
So that's 8,000. Put it at 10. And they might want to check them boyfriend
On weekend.
on weekend. So if you're earning $60,000, you have a call center job in Jamaica. You only must contribute to these things. So make we say we contribute. So what it mean? You live with friends, you live with your family. I don't suggest you live with a boyfriend or a girlfriend. It ain't happening. Not past 60,000. I'll fight too much. That's not enough for you alone, much less two people.
It's unhappy relation.
Very unhappy. And most couples fight about money all the time. Because this look to me like you only have 17,000 leave. And you're going to need some little clothes. You're going to need some cosmetics. You told me?
Mm-hmm.
You're going to need little clothes too. Maybe a 5,000 for care for go work and back. So you only leave with $10,000.
That's for just to be a buy and selling.
That 10,000 is just for you run up and down our town, get some things to sell, come back and do your buy and sell. Start with profit income. Now, it doesn't matter how much you earn. It is how much you invest, not how much you save. Whenever I say to people, it's not matter how much you earn, them always says how much you save. It's not how much you save. It's what you do with this 10,000 right here, so that's important. How do you invest this 10,000 on this side so that you can get more income coming in? That's what it is. So don't tell me that your pay is too small. We don't care that your pay is too small. You have to take that money and make it work for you. Now, why it not working for some of you? You're earning minimum wage and you want to live like you're earning big pay. Minimum wage earners, you can only feed yourself. Sorry to tell you that. That's just the truth. You're earning minimum wage. You can't have a child and take care of that child properly. You just can't. All right? You have to increase your ability to earn first before. Now, I had a child when I was 17. But you see the book named The Richest Man in Babylon? I read that book in 1988. And that was a book that made me realize, hell, Claudia, you earn minimum wage. Or you going to feed people. But I didn't live on my own. I rented a little one room in our house. So other people in there pay the rent and make it up, right? If you're in minimum wage, you cannot step out of your mother's house and talk about, oh, I'm big no whatever. Me go rent a place and me go live from. Oh my God, I'm sorry for you. I see a lot of youth call center workers trying to do that. No. If you're going to do that, you have to find 4 or 5 of your friend them, and share a room, and share everything, and say, all right, I could do this. You understand? That's what you do. Until you have sorted this out. So remember, goals first. So set your goal. Then look at your cash flow. Fix that. Make sure you're only spending on any necessary expenses, and the extra you're going to take and jump over onto the income side and see, how can I improve my income? You have to learn more to earn more. Those of you in corporate, try and go on all the courses that the people them have. That's what I did. I went on all the free courses, supervisory, this, accounting, this, all of them know me, I do my job on it. You learn more to earn more. That way you get promoted quicker too, because you learn, you know more. All right. You need to be familiar with the income streams, which you see there on the left, so that you have an idea which one of these income streams am I going to jump into. Am I going to jump into, as Tony's pushing, you should jump into royalty income. So you maybe can't write a song, but you can write a book. What else you can do? You can jump on YouTube and show people how to make iron board or
right. If you have a hobby that you do really well at, you can teach people your hobby.
Like if you can sew, suppose you can sew and you can sew pillowcase or thing that good or you whatever, gardening, you can bake.
I know some of the richest YouTubers and most popular YouTubers are knitting. Which you think is a dead craft. Like, who's still knitting in this
day? Are you serious? They're knitting.
They're knitting kids' toys, knitting rugs, all sorts of things they're knitting.
Right.
But it's a big thing because it's one of those skill sets that only a select amount of people still have the skill.
Yeah. So there you go. So if you're good at that, if you're good at baking too, baking, so jump on it, and if you want to shoot straight to wealth, and just sit down and watch your money rolling. So you do that once. So you do the knitting once, and you do the course once,
and then you write a book about knitting, along with
knitting.
videos about knitting.
Right.
And you're always making money on those things.
You do some talk about knitting. All right. So that's how you're going to do this. You also remember we did assets and liabilities. It's important now. The money is going to start coming in. So once you fix your expenditure, once you jump up on the income side and you start to do your side hustle, as you say, your profit income, you start to do this, you start to do that, the money are going to start rolling. But you have to remember now, you're not buying liabilities. So don't take an next car loan. You're going to buy a little car, like what I did when I was buying and selling. I bought a little VW Bug for $50,000.
I think they're still that price.
They're still that price, $50,000. Cash, no car loan. And you build your way up. So while you're driving the VW Bug, you save up your money. Sell the Bug, buy a next car. Sell that, add to that, buy a next car. To this day, that's still what I'm doing. So you have to remember assets and liabilities. So it's goals first. Set the goal, what the goal is that you want to do. Jump into your cash flow statement, get into it, really get into it, and get that under control. Then the next step is the income streams. How am I going to improve my income stream? I remember what I said to you now. One of the steps with this 10,000 is to convert it to paying. Now, some of you trying to do things on your own, but let us say you live with your parents and you are contributing to the rent. You realize that mama and dada, mama and daddy not own a house. But guess some mama and dada work somewhere, they might pay them NHT. Why not make them join? Mama and daddy, join, buy NHT. We have little savings, make we buy a house.
I know. Herman Dackett says, work together like the ant.
Yes, work together like the ants. That's how you're going to pull out of this. Not on your own, you alone. I try to drag your cat up the hill with all of the stone them in it. I think it would have good if somebody help push the cat.
Lisa Marie says, stay at home and contribute until you can afford your own.
Right. Stay at home and contribute. And plan too. And it's not even saying you can afford it on your own, but remember, you're not leaving nobody behind either. So if it is that you come up and you see a family and you say, wow, so we really live in a poverty, you know why you stay there, contribute. And then when you do all of me, I tell you, if you don't, you see a little light and you bolt and you go and leave everybody. No, I don't want you to do that neither. More help, bring them up. So you make mama and daddy jump on my YouTube video them, make them listen. Because sometimes it's just capacity. We just don't have the capacity and we weren't trained, on what to do. But you get big education, you go different school from mama and daddy, like my parents gonna read and write. But you advance and bring them up with you, right? So the first house you might buy is a house where say, all right, mama and daddy do a little work and them have NHT. We could come together, use it. We could buy this. But in your head, say, something. That little house we just buy now, never leave this to mama and daddy. We're gonna help pay your feet and everything, but we are gonna move to our next. Me know I got advance beyond and out of it. But at least mama and daddy and any sibling where you are below you, them settle and them live in our house. Nothing beat living in your own place. Those of you who will jump on and come into the book club, lots to learn, lots of insights. If you have read The Richest Man in Babylon already, you can still jump in, because I find that every time I discuss that book, me myself learn more. I'm advance more. So I'm a little bit ahead because I've read the book numerous times. And each time it cement home something else to to me. So Tony is, what are you doing? You're putting up the screen?
Yes, but
Not the screen, sorry, the link.
I know, but I'm not sure why I'm not able to. It was on and then now it's gone.
So redo it. Try
I
again.
know, that's what I'm doing.
So that's the lesson for today. Income and expenditure. So your goals. So there's 4 things you must focus on. Your goal, your cash flow, your income streams, and your asset and liability column. So asset and liability column is like your balance sheet in our bank. What assets you have and what liabilities you have. Make sure you have assets that are income earning. If they're not income earning, they're not asset. They're not bringing in more money than them take from you. They're not asset. Somebody says, get a cheaper car to lower the payments. Yes. Work together just like that. Avoid lifestyle creep. Yes. That is the right analogy. Right. So there is a book club link again, everybody. We're actually over our time. Who's paying for this airtime? So you? All right. So you showing me the questions, right?
No.
Oh. So stay home and contribute until you can afford your own. All right, good. Get a cheaper car to lower the car payments. Yes. Crawl before you creep. Yes. So buy razor lotion and olive oil and put in it till you can buy Victoria's Secret. Somebody says VUM today, and I'm not sure what that is. Sophia Christ, avoid lifestyle creep. Yes, Sophia. That is the right analogy, Herman. Right. And we just posted back the. All right. So remember now, live will only be 1 hour, and we will take your questions on live. So bring the questions. Not saying that I might not. I'm always revealing little tidbits of things. But our book club will start at 4 to 5. 4 to 5. And we actually do read the book, everybody.
Are you reading it this year? Or are you going to let them read it and then come and discuss?
I don't know. I might read it. Because, some person's not going to have the time to read it. So it's best to just read it right there. And as I tell you now, when I read it, I get more out of it too. So it's a win-win.
So how long? You're going to read it plus only do an hour?
We're trying to condense it to an hour. Oh, my book, the Richest Man in Babylon is a really little small book. We can get through that one. And I tell you, if you only get through The Richest Man in Babylon, most of what I've taught you comes from Richest Man in Babylon anyway. It's a book that if you study the book and if you do what the book tells you, you're ahead of the game. You just shoot off the doing. What's happening to a lot of you is that you're not doing. And therein lies the problem. The action. The action. You have to take the action. You have to do it quickly. Right? You have to do it with some force. Not holding back. You have to step out in faith and say, this is what I'm going to do. Remember, you only have one life to live. So let's live it. Let's just live it. Let's do it. Live your life. I think I was listening to that song with T.I. and I think it's Rihanna. Just live your life. Yeah. Something like that. Let's say just live your life. You have one life. We don't know if we have tomorrow, and that's a problem for a lot of us. You don't know if you're going to have tomorrow. So guess what? Make today count. Make today count. So that way, if we're not here tomorrow, we did something today.
Nombre says, always love the lives, Claudia. And Monica says, another great lessons ladies. Looking forward to the book club.
Thank you, Monica. All right. So I'll see you guys next week.
Bye, everyone.
Have an action week. Please take action. Here's Anna calling out to me.
Come downstairs.
Come downstairs now.
Bye.